So today we are going to be using Google Sheets to attempt to create our budget for our class pet project. For a quick refresher, in class we discussed the idea of a class pet before. So I thought let's create a class pet project to reflect how we could get a class pet. Imagine that we pulled together money to buy that class pet. Let's say we fundraised $253. Your task is based on information given about the cost of pets, pet food, and habitat for your pet. How much money will we spend without going over the budget? Again, we have $253 to spend, and we have a few requirements. If you remember in class, we discussed that we need to buy one type of animal. Can't buy multiple types, just one kind of animal. One type of food must be purchased for your pet, meaning you can't buy hamster food for an iguana. You also have to buy at least 2 items of food per pet you buy, meaning if you buy 2 goldfish, you will need to buy twice as much food. So not just 2, you would have to double that 2. You also must purchase one habitat for your pet. A habitat is where it lives. The habitats can hold more than one animal. So if you purchase 2 hamsters, one habitat could suffice for 2 hamsters. You also can notice that only 5 fish can fit in one tank. So if you purchase more than 5 fish, you must buy more than 1 fish tank. If you have extra leftover money, you can also purchase bonus items. Now, as we use Google Sheets today, there are a couple important things to remember. Firstly, as I'm going in through my example, please pay careful attention to how I'm using the technology, as using this tool will help make our lives easier. Using a tool like Google Sheets can help you in your future when you are creating a budget based on how much money you're making, of what you can spend, and how much you'll have left over for the month to do fun things like go to the movies or go out with friends. I want to purchase for our class pet a hedgehog. So I'm going to go over here to my item category and type in hedgehog. Quantity is our next category. It represents how many of an item we're buying. I think that I would want to buy 2 hedgehogs because I don't want my hedgehog to be alone. So I would type 2 in quantity. We then move to cost each. Cost each represents how much it costs per animal. $65.25 is the cost. So I will type 65.25 for the cost each. Then I am left with the total cost. The amazing thing about Google Sheets is you don't even have to do any calculating yourself right away. You can simply click the equal button and select the columns you want to multiply. So if I wanted to do C3, which is how many animals I have, I then click Shift 8 to represent that little star, which is times, and then select how much it is per animal. When I hit enter, boom, I have my amount, my total cost for 2 hedgehogs. I remember that after I purchase that hedgehog, I have to get food for the hedgehog. If I choose to buy Harriet Hedgehog's premium chow, I'm going to copy and paste the name of that by clicking Control-C and then Control-Shift-V into my document here. I remember our rule, which said you must buy 2 food items per animal, meaning if I'm buying 2 hedgehogs, that's twice as many animals. So I have to double my food from 2 to 4. So I'm going to type 4. The cost per bag is $16. Then I need to calculate my total. Again, I type equals. And sometimes Google Sheets is amazing. It already comes up with the equation for you. C4 times D4, confirm that it's correct. Now, your budget, if you remember, was $253. In order to calculate your total spent, there's a really cool feature that you can do, which is click equals, type the word sum, which means adding all together. Click right here and click and drag the amounts that you have. Let's say I fill all of these here. I click and drag, then I close my parentheses by clicking Shift 0, and then I hit enter. That leaves me with what I've spent so far. Then I go to my total left over. If I calculate here, I can subtract to find how much I have left. 253 was my budget minus 194.50. When I hit enter, I see how much I have left. Noticing this in my budget, I already am noticing that I only have $58.50 left, and I still have to get a habitat for my animal, meaning I might have to rethink some of the choices I've already made. After I've calculated my budget and how much I have left over, I can do this again by duplicating my slide and repeating the process. Your goal is to get as close as possible without going over the budget. Try multiple different animals and multiple different items and see how close you can get to the budget without going over. Good luck, and I look forward to seeing what questions you have in class and what you guys come up with for this project. Good luck.